I hear send your head of production here now. I'm being crying. I'm paying back. I'm paying what's oh yeah, I'm query. Who are they? Like I say, a query from head of production. Me to be the ano. I think no, maybe new professional.
I was okay.
Over. Richmond Lamte's chances of playing a minute in Cote d'Ivoire looks very bleak, as Chris Hilton refuses to give him just a chance against Namibia. Almost a grown bear da if you're not Joe. And I'm kind of saying, I'm going to bed if you're not pa. And I mean, that's bed a Cosadas bed if you mean that friendly match in Ponyo. Friendly match in Ponye. Rich Molamti, I'm an trouble feature of our yes, you know.
How many casa?
I got supporters, no. Say, I'm pocras away, dear. Matty, you're born to Kumasi. Friendly match, you're born to Kumasi against Namibia. Come dear cat, Sir Rich Molanti, Coco Divano Cobobia. Can we cow the boy moya near? Ye go back with Yamagana for the NGSA. Ye the Nijan Echo Cote d'Ivoire. Come here, Rich Molamti, make your feature back could be cruel. Eh, be a massa, ne passes now, or my another go Banibia. Kotoko supporters could was one more retail and Nimua Christian, and Mary Christian, my Missy Bouya. Yes, it also soon anyway. San coming without say 5 players now, and now 7. Sending ya local players in Yakunya. Miensa, Bobby, medium, so a book, so I'm going to buy or walk a crack. Okay. So I did a walk a crash. So no a striker. Okay. But Casoano, Calamte no Nimuno. Shoppers also traffic features are nation, I'll be shadow. Like a panic ship, I don't know. But Lamte dear. So I talk about Bobby, but Lamte Kumas movie. So Coca-Cola on fact, I can see me on salvation. Harry, the kind of a banner will say a coji, I share. Ewo Faith Homeopathic Clinic anopay na de tieni me bonnet tell amount de tieni say stroke ya de kwankro ewo so a uko Faith aso ya ombeboa no asa sorry ejina brane infertility awo ho nsem problems a Faith aso ya fibroid, diabetes, pressure, sexual weakness, stomach ulcer, asthma, sexually transmitted infection wakodi agro ewo mpem ate ade a Faith asye na ade wani che arthritis ena fe eniyare Faith etenete edi amount ahinima kokobi 18 na ho ena Faith Homeopathic Clinic obutu 0246 728 675 ena 0556 272 671 ejoda ekopim memenda anopano so ekobo enwumre no num abo apai mu Faith eti na share ya oje ayare fo na wa hwo mu yare ne numbers ena me de atudwa no KO 360 toothpaste so anopai me kanfo ede amount na wakwa adwaman so se upe toothpaste ebebo woni wabusua nyina ese ho ban na eye toothpaste ne bo no ewo form na so eye adwuma dikadika KO 360 toothpaste ena me kanfo ede amount we no Food and Drugs Authority ajatum wudi choose a ebo se no ho eban emanu ye fita eyi enumka enso efree wo so na said ebe ya okasa obi hu a onfanity enkohye baabi KO 360 toothpaste baabi a yeton nioma bia provision shops malls and afa supermarkets okwa ubenya bi na watowei no eye abusua de enti kan hu na tutumrika na kwajo de every say ade a untimi nkwaje obi de saudi gu anum na ode apie akodi nkomo ewo se obo de ne ho ban na o mane ye kama 0246 864 798 0246 864 798 can gain and not get drinking water can gain ensuo abedwaman so I say etwa ensuo ni nyina na tino na no so hui wo mo de ade ni so mu na kala no dane green kakra blue na say eno ni nsuo a omo kan say I can lility no was soro pa na onum kan gina me ba cho minerals bi te say calcium, magnesium and afa potassium ne iron ewo mu a eboa na ma unipadua no enyini from na ye kama afa so kangin adanse ba kwa ne se wonuma eboa ema nipadua no etimi eda ye chese onya good sleep ensuo de okoto a kangin ensuo ahodo na wa dwaman so nanso de se obi agye atum no obi anom no kangin energetic drinking water Bremen UGC Tafuni Road Abawa Road Junction ho ena factory no wo okọ no akọgye nsuo no ni dosopo no watu akoton anase ofre 0241 449191 ena 0507 379474 imboost herbal mixture post ni adro na unim se immune system no soja ni na wo nipadua no mo no ena ekunde atia yade bia epese ewura nipadua ni mu enti abre nyina na wo se immune system no o mani nya ahoden na gina brane se de be ya yade ne ba obebo na we na immune system no ebe ya adwuma na nya ahoden a na se wo hia immune booster eno so ebeboa ama system no aya adwuma posini edro number 1 immune booster eboa ama immune system na ko de atia nya de bia epese echi nipadua no ntino edro a woje na 2024 ayewura mu ye beboa ama de bia betimi akọ adwuma so aba yade posini edro Hospital Square Junction Dankeys afa Pupil Junction ena ba bia yeton no bia no kwa wo so pe posini edro ni bi 0246 208496 and 0540 710113 Senifac Services we so chemical company womu di spray ahodo de abadwaman so na womu spray no fly sip no eboa na ehye insonko so asepa na enye no nko a entontom enso eboa na eyi no de free wonti no schools mutie ye ene anopai ene eye omo a ensonko so age omo dem afa no fly spray no ena ye kanfo de amamo afei womo ewo brody no enso ewo adwaman so na brody ne ye nkura de enti market women oton ade wo dom de bia be ko ne nkura ne nam niema hu ne ade brody ena wo koje ene wo Foval and Victor Gel eno so hotels restaurants and sorry any home owners no eboa na yi wansna any mo anketenketi bia every wo fie honom mekire entefre ene ntontom nyina no ebeboa na yi omo de every ho de ama Foval and Victor Gel asem ena making Senifac Services ewo School Junction ashalibotwe mebacho Ashama Timber Market so omo ewo hono mo from ewo 0544 338247 0544 338247 na waje omo product me bobo so yi dia me de sorry ne Abe Herbal Clinic Tino Abe Sebra Sekio se oyare wo ye de free ho yesi wiase e ba eni obi a yesi e frɛ no bosomba anase we de oyensuo ba ni nyina ne se nipa kro no hwe na ase waye yarefo bi ni ade Abe Herbal Clinic number 1 ukoya nipa kro obenya ahoto meche sickle cell problem pa no Abe na etu ase de ama anya no nko a prostate problems pressure low sperm count diabetes epilepsy ulcer gonorrhea hepatitis coco pulse afa typhoid fever any menstrual pains yade we nyina yade ambobo so a Abe Herbal Clinic oboaw no ayi de free ho de amount ejoda ekosi efiada wo tano so apatrapa new site ye be apatrapa junction ho na Abe Herbal Clinic ye me ba cho ye clinic no wo 0243 345 392 and 0506 460208 Abe Herbal Clinic the numbers and me de atuja no be free anopay no akwaje ayarehwetino
me da se Solomon Carter danger man e de minu na aka no eba abeto so but before that no na Kofi Zakito atena se anti danger man e wa ha danger
Over.
Yes, nkofo da so gu so twa mienu na aka.
Aka mienu ayi de beba. Aka mienu ayi de beba na.
Wo se Richmond Lamte de ne wo kan say.
Kotoko supporters ni say the chances are. Odi bobo ball ni bi Cote d'Ivoire no. E brick. Ese sunka bi kata so. Omu anim na ho. Omu ni ye. Ase omu nya rehye mu o Christ to me say odi akra no call de ne bebo. Because last friendly match o body prepare team ni dia akode ka wo de nka obobo na no eno no ya na di we be ma players ni nyina playing time kaka so especially omo wo coach na dwuni ma na ni tirim say odom koye adwuma ne de obetry obi akaka won say no de say no ma na bebo bi we no ma na bebo bi ntika o ma Lamte su be gina mu kakra and the how mo say the last match happened to be in Kumasi so what I say anaju sum na amanfo kakra be go say on be jump team ni kwan enti ko mu Lamte no mo baaji ni su ye na chese nka ma players ni confidence say ko no mo ko kran say Ghana 4,000 mo chi
enu e mo ma adwena na supporters na na e kasa
oh enu ase o mo ko stadium ni de say wo ha nka wo say na nkofo enye happy say
na wa person before so did aka na be ba no game na hwe no na obegina man ka na be fa ho
minti min kasa anka be fa na say nka emfa but me feel say
no so man chance
say obebo bi dia command chance ma ehun kakra na ehun se ne ono so so akonya ba obe use no so se ne anka akonya ne ba obe use no especially say as a kudus no ye hu yanim clay on one of the players are almost bit ma be yes adwuma ne kakra dia boa no Lamte so ka hu bi ono so was ade ne bi
yanko yanim
so enti no enu asay ne post match no and me say samemo wo voice no so o say we lack quality. That is why we fail to keep the ball. And I think I want to discuss that. And we know I'll call for the voice from Samimo because it's
a tournament and starting here like quality.
I was the first half from the name you crabble and the bono. Wow. West Ham and GFA are in a tango as to how to manage Kudus back pains. Boy is set to join the team in Accra for Cote d'Ivoire today, but will he play at all? I know see a question. I'm on for Bisa. West Ham and GFA are in a tango over how to manage Kudus back pains. Boy to join the team in Accra today for Cote d'Ivoire, but will he play at all? West Ham for that catch it.
Omaton aboa no umkra no podua ho nya sana maka no.
Owa catch it F phone pen for say kudu na chi no. Na chi na ma okọ America okọ complain na chi na na fe ball no bona ya asem no. Omo sere. Omo no na chi no. Omo manage da bia ansa no de abobo. Enti
omo na che doctors no de omo nya. Okay.
Sen na ma omo complain chire omo ka se ne on kankran. No ba no ma fa nako. So better play my Kumasi no. Say ebe ha na chi no a ene won kankran na oba no mafana na ko
45 minutes on the train flight my back Kumasi na be problem.
The plane na de ne be ba no asem so. Eti ofa eno so mu nsem wo ho. Enti eno so ye ba na eno so no. Ya ba ko. Ofa tio we say we are transparent. We are steadfast in transparency. We are steadfast in transparency. Integrity, honesty and fairness. Bring evidence because we are saddened by your allegations. A man in academia don't talk like that. Carrera for all response. Doctor no.
Mark Ayanga.
Dr. Ayanga. Carrera for response on the man. I'm say a man in academia don't talk like that. We a professor. What radie? Professor a doctor but me cry no. E kasem for economy no team be challenge no na se nkofo ba wo fie se omo be ma o sika se ma yenko twa bet na se wo se wa anya na okotwa to Facebook e wa bra won fa evidence mo obi adi won ka bibia na wo kwa cancel no obo edin afrafra mu Carrera for say debi omo ntimi ntina ho ma sa asemo ntimi nto omo enti no omo challenge professor a doctor no say on fa evidence mra offer
he who alleges must
prove it. Asema tete Carrera for say omo de we say who do omo de be for asem come can form ho but who say ball no nkɔfo bi ba wɔ hɔ sɛ ɛbɔ no 5-1 ampa so 5-1 ɛbaa mu wɔn nso wɔn wɔ hɔ nom nti nkɔfo korɔ no fɔm bra
bobodin no
na yɛhu
bɛda se danger man ɛwɔ ha Kofi Sakito akwaba
oh tino mo so
se de ma bɛka ho FA Cup no
yeah oh se o ka se ya bɛka ho a
sana mo mo de me ka se ma bɛka ho na se na mo mo ye ne nti sana already no mo ma bɔ ne mu bia de obehia no
afa teams o ma kan o ma ka wo mu no atata jasi mo bia
oh me utie bia me ka ne gio
the waje se no no and I know tena fi ma mo ko share no so nti do ma ka mi waje se mo bia okay enti ono United ne competition no
mo say begia na
oh United in cancer
fa to say mo gidi ala say mo say begia na
United in cancer so na tino enra na ya
uza ya beji okay ba ai kala ka bi mo captain
asam
edio
no asam
me ma hwe bi ntina me pese ka penalty no asam da bi ya kwai
ya be ka penalty no asam a we are seeing na if and for this season you were 2024 dive pa ya Liverpool player man Jota na no penalty a omo na yi team men kra akwa no oh penalty jima no team men kra na no ya league game oh keep na Lucas United Jota on the
sa penalty no da so ka so dive me so ahwa me hu ka so dive o da ko vi da
wo ne ba for de
ka ho sam a
wo ne ba for de hu
da bi
ba ye na ye tie ho de obi ehu ye
o da bi sa bi o so je sa bi Liverpool supporter enti he de ne ha me me she yi me tena se
akwawe mframa akwa no keeper no fama Dubravka efan ho ball no betima bobo na to net mu wo ja ball me na me nie penalty ampane referee na ampane referee je penalty da ma Jota na Liverpool ba she
we betom kro bi de o se betom yanko e
enti me yanko e enti e
kan no be kan ya
e pass o si yanko e
yanko e ni mo da
na tino enro na anti asem de wi asanti asem de Frank
Kaiser
yeah Beckenbauer the Kaiser unse 3 days ago and Mario Zagallo and so a tough and in the space of 4 days World of Football have lost 2 greats. They served as a players and as managers and so on. They were great, and as players and as managers they achieved a lot in their own way. Oh baby I know or muye unse Zagallo and Frank Beckenbauer are among the only 3 individuals Tino omo aje World Cup no as a player and as a manager. Since the Chase World Cup, no Mario Zagallo won the saying World Cup as a player because on the World Cup twice as a player, 58 in Sweden, 62 in Chile. Then Obelidi or my friend Brazil. So as a manager, Emamuko Sasu Eji World Cup no. Then Beckenbauer also won the World Cup as a player. It's also Beji as a manager, Edema or my friend in Germany. Then Didier Deschamps. And these are the only 3 individuals. Omabo no as a player of Magic World Cup. Then they came and won the World Cup as managers. And in the space of 4 days, Sanpemens and Yalusuminu. And Osha Kwaya Obidi Frank Beckenbauer. Baller or boy. Who say sa system na ebe we are say super and I say libro. Defenders no na ba ko no ni gineche no ohwe mo onu gineche libro
ko ko nim kakra
na ba ko center back no no ba ko gineche no is believed so on the ba we are say proper center back on the ba we are say eti ball na o boy no so winning the Ballon d'Or na also edge Champions League with Bayern Munich atwaso miensa ni nyina as a captain 74, 75, 76. Nina no Nina no. He did it as a captain of that Bayern Munich team now. You know. Again, if you look at Abako Sempa, the Ubenya only 9 players. Tino ena omotimi aje FIFA World Cup. They won the Ballon d'Or and won the European Cup or the Champions League. 9 players. And I say about way, which Frank Beckenbauer is also included in that list now. Ubenya Sebobi Charlton, did it for Manchester United as a player, or G Champions League, G World Cup in 1966 for England, won the Ballon d'Or in 66 for as a player. Gerd Müller did it as won the World Cup in 74. G Ballon d'Or in 1970, won the European Cup in 1974, 75, 76. Gerd Müller ne Beckenbauer na ball Bayern the same period of time. So ubenya Frank Beckenbauer na oyesa record no. Paolo Rossi the Italian won the World Cup in 82, won the Ballon d'Or in 82, Champions League in 1985. Ubenya Zidane. So
now Rossi so in that time.
Paolo Rossi.
Not a club ni him me pa.
Paolo Rossi was then playing for Inter Milan.
Good.
You understand? And or the Inter Milan, then or the other mo sa record no. Zidane winning the World Cup in 98, Ballon d'Or in 1998, Champions League in 2002. Ubenya Rivaldo. And so yeah. So we get Ronaldinho doing the same thing. Kaka and so yeah. And Ubenya Lionel Messi. So these are the only 9 players in the history of world football Bayern. So sa and Kuwami and Sewe or Magic. So winning the World Cup or a Ballon d'Or winner or a Champions League winner. And Frank Beckenbauer is among that. You know, he's someone that at least abakwasem nyama wabayo football mono. Na idea ekwan kan ye. But you know, a great miss by the world of football in the just 4 days na sani party 2 me anyway. Omuni na no after form I think say no wonder the world is mourning sa omo miss we are. And so I'm sure what will happen in the coming days, but I think say it's a big miss. So the way there now it wasn't a EBR, but the next you know so the draw now or the next draw no, and City are going to the new Tottenham Stadium. I'm say the biggest fixture in the in the forefront of the FA Cup. Or Pep Guardiola is going to a stadium on Shego Mpoda. So a new stadium, Tottenham new stadium no. He has lost all the games he has played there. Not a single goal upon Washington Tottenham Space. Even though I fancy him to score this time because Bona and Postecoglou Elbon there, he is too open and easy to score a goal against Tottenham Space. But I think the Oshe lineup on there, this is a big feature in terms of fourth round no. And you share United lineup. United are against the winner of New Point.
Okay.
And I say East TV, say East BBBB. No, Omobo draw and Omobo replay. The over winner no. Then we'll come and meet Manchester United in that time no. Say Liverpool will be hosting Norwich.
Yes.
Liverpool will be hosting Norwich.
Or Bristol Rovers. And also Shahun.
Yeah, almost over playoff. Sorry, almost over playoff. Chelsea ball against Aston Villa. So, Premier League teams in India.
Fulham Newcastle special.
Yeah, Fulham Newcastle. So, a big game or at least. And you know, there are some interesting features because Crystal Palace and so, the winner of Crystal Palace Everton about Luton Bolton. So, feature in there are some. I'm saying the big one, and I can say Tottenham hosting Man City. No, so. And he says they share the United season in India. You understand why and the lineup no because Premier League you know
betting
untiminje and just a betting kind of correct untiminje so only Europe over Europe mo so the only realistic trophy aka no the FA Cup no to what they saw they were winning though I was so disappointed in Erik ten Hag because me knew why Unana should be imposed was that Turkish second goalkeeper no. He is a national team goalkeeper. At the point, not the first team, not a first choice goalkeeper for Turkey. No pry. Last is no pry etna feature before Ofru Aba United. Carabao mpo manambo. Enra against Wigan. Wa manambo until game ben about keeper yabo. Because of until Nana Afcom or why about Wigan munti Unanes. I think Enra. I wanted to see the Turkish boy in the post for Manchester United.
But I say Kofi Zakutu, Minko Nia say Obedho, Namia Captain Akomia Sechi, Abetwaso na and the fiends of the doors. Before say Obedebano, Mr. Mama Nye Mami Mwa Nidin and Sherifa Nidinya, ye wono and the pay, or Chemu and I just say Okofa, and Yema a sum titiscan 100 million and 10,000 Ghana, Eddie a free Adeshmai. Ko abinchi na ofa pragaibi na okoye na just second hand clothing ɛna ne nyinaa mu no yɛwɔ handbags nso ɛka ho a ɛno na maka sɛ ɛsom 10,000 Ghana ɛberɛ mu kɔduru abinkyi na kyerɛ sɛ wɔyi nneɛma yi no na wɔagya bɔtɔ no ɛwɔ pragea no mu a wahwehwɛ kwan bi a ɔbɛfa so atumi ahwehwɛ nanso ne nsa ntumi ɛnka no na mmom menim deɛ mɛka sɛ bia na wo so wohwehwɛ maame no nti ɛnɛ wote yɛnka wɔ ha yi mɔmmɔde mede number ne bɛma wo sane so wei deɛ nyame yɛ nadom ɔfa wo number nti obi bɛka sɛ you can run but you can hide nokora wɔ mu ne sɛ registration number no ɛyɛ AX 2510-23 pragea wura no number no ɛyɛ AX 2510-23 ɛna ɔfa wo from adehyeman a na wɔde ɛkɔ abinkyi market ɛna wagya ne bɔtɔ a na kyerɛ sɛ fosu yi bi wom ɛna ne bags nso ɛwɔ mu a ɛho sika na maka de akyerɛw no nti sɛ ɔno hwehwɛ na so hwehwɛ no deɛ a ipatwɔ gye number esisi a na frɛ no na ne nsa ɛnka na sɛ obetumi de abɔ Oyerepa ha na yɛma maame Sherifa ne nsa aka nyɛma yi 0597 193014 nti pragiafoɔ na munim mu nua a oyisu saa kai ne number no momfrɛ no sisi a sɛ number ni ni wɔmfrɛ na wɔmfrɛ ne pakra deɛ ma no ma yɛn 0597 193014 wei adom na yɛma me Sherifa ne nsa ɛka ne nyɛma yi a ɔbɛda base paa nti no mesrɛ 0597 193014 ipatwɔ wɔne so tan wɔn so a wobɛtumi ɛde abrɛ yɛn wɔ Oyerepa ha na yɛadane ɛde ahyɛ ne nsɛm sɛ akwaba
meje oso menua
bɔkɔ deɛ
nyame adom no adepa kye ese ana
sure
ayi na de be menya nkopon
na de sɛ yɛn kyɛ kɛse
o da bi e bone
twaka kra bi wa mano ne
kakra bi be
Matias
enam mbre ni nti kra me ba ko bi
Matias
e do so bad ke bi ye de diri aka be hye
Matias
yɛn hwɛ kobimenu ho asɛm kakra na we've been here before and abasobode and they do as or the manipa no me the picture be send born again anytime be ready be on fan to screen so ma a tiefo ne ahwefo and now United official Twitter handle a post to a Kobimenu and the title was maturity beyond his ages. There's almost so much say abrante ne ball no ball you know na ho keka ne adwen no the ball born a bro nimfi a wedi so
and against Wigan.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he was just exceptional. Now, and United Twitter handle on Nkwana, it decided to be praising Abrante and Kobimenu. There were other people. There were people who were even saying, say, United, how they expected Abrante and Amrabat to participate and play for United and Nuna Kobimenu, you know, the kind of player they wanted him, how they wanted Amrabat to be bono. And no muhuni say Kobimenu. So the hype was all over, and even to some extent, he was trending. But maybe the say we've been here before. And when I say we've been here before, this is what I was talking about. As a defensive midfielder, look at what we call his touch map and his heat map. And when I gave my Kobimenu boy, you know, all contested tackles or winning, and the heat map on this tell you how all over the field, no.
You're to Facebook and about if you turn about so you from
the frame near the tackles.
Okay.
And on the touches now, and that's the touch map. And at the 110 and the heat map.
Okay.
How he roam on the field. So yesterday he was all over. Excellent job. It's been ages at Manchester United now. A young defensive midfielder or roam field, no. As I roam with purpose. There are players that can roam. There are players that can move around. But the bottom line is that they are not able to do the job. But in the case of Kobimenu, he was roaming, winning the tackles, winning the duels, and setting the tempo for Manchester United, protecting the back four, acting like a proper defensive midfielder. And Tinka a phone United defense near phone new screen, no. Kobimenu ya dear friend screen protector. Our Gino Menuma were the first man to distract the opponent a build up. And so far, Ubi over boy in the promise starting from pre-season as an Obabi Pra. But where I come in here is that English young stars have a problem with developing. On the footballer, there were 4 stages. There were the beginning, there were the developing, there were the peak, and there were the decline. In the beginning, a time we learn the basis. Now we alarm light now we are seeing the potential in you. How you can develop from the potential stage to the stage where you see exactly what we predicted. No, the developing. We through peaking the honest what we are seeing in our boss. And finally, you get to the declining stage. In Cristiano Ronaldo, in as much as you will love him, obey CR7 fan, you have to admit so we're doing the declining stage. Because the wonders are now Ronaldo team here, the take-ons, the dribbles, scoring, the screamers, even the free kicks are now Ronaldo be jina ho a now nim say go no now Ronaldo be jina ho a wutum kura say ball ne hye no thing. The energy and a man nya that electrifying pace and found this any obebo ball na to Ronaldo and when beba also no assign a player ho akwa no now when you see Ronaldo player wutum say obotu na nim Americano entimi mbasa. So the problem with the English stars no the developing stage. And any player back you can talk about 15 players omura either Chelsea, either Manchester United, it be passing through Liverpool, it be passing through Manchester City. Emma England for no bobo biamo bia genatum, but ye be reasie no. Now by the time 5 years time be here sa player no. Not the na we did so betimi and went to me. So there's the story of Dele Alli. Dawa is still fresh. Emma Jose Mourinho Fred Dele Alli. So what her space? All or nothing documentary now. Jose Mourinho catch Dele Alli say Michelle massive potential. But to 2 year you might never reach the top. England boys it be an issue of indiscipline. It be an issue of off the field behavior. Your tactical indiscipline or off the field behavior. So player ni nyanya bear $150,000 and now £150,000 a week contract ne pay bones and your started kobasa. Your issue of a party lifestyle and on serious nature a couple players a bit injuries, a bit overhype. Into show will be said Jack Wilshere.
Hype and
yes, we will be said Jack Wilshere. Wo saying in Abeja to say injuries and Ama Jack Wilshere and Drew Babiano Obedrun. It be a poor transfer. Obi said Jack Woodward. I'll free Swansea by Manchester City. Everton Muho, that's Scott Sinclair. Jack Woodward was from Everton to Manchester City. And who they school see? Ross Barkley. The other young Kennedy, NBA. Manchester United team now, non for be Tom Cleverley. I also pass it through the ranks of Manchester United. You know who they could see at the end of the day. The story went to me and doing the true potential. Adam Johnson of no appear or Manchester City. Fast forward, of course, Sunderland. We are seeing now that prison. Until yes, United and Jacob Menu, they have every right to hype him. But what they should focus on the developing of the player. So we shall Phil Foden, any Mason Greenwood, and also another example. Phil Foden, any Mason Greenwood, Dinano, or Mube Pie, ama Yasia Jatum Mrantin in Bobo. But fortunately for Phil Foden, after Sir Pep Guardiola interview can say, or coaching players, baby, but the most talented player coaching a Phil Foden, now we be here at the guidance. Until Phil Foden was lucky to work under Pep Guardiola. Until gradually, utmus and the talent, ni developing ni koye because when you a better mentor in the shape of Pep Guardiola. But so him Mason Greenwood, one said then you be all man and you kuno ho. We are seeing you with your to Mason Greenwood, talented by our standard, but an off the field issue or behavior would affect the performance of the player. And now Mason Greenwood now name say United right side. Among for the next Van Persie, he now have to go back to Getafe and start from the scratch. Can he get to the top? That will be another story altogether. So I have no problem with United hyping Kobe Menu, but we've been here before and we've seen it countless times. England and Mrantian edu pia emube miensa and a potential near Jitum so omo omutimi reche, and it will be very very sad if United don't give this guy the proper tuition. Ebe hardware pa enye England pe France so was ade ni bi pa. Most of the French guys but after 5 years they disappear. So if United believe that this guy is the next big tenor, they should have a proper case study, a proper plan to aid the development of Kobe Menu. Emane de eno be Cleverley de ni bi. Emane de eno embe Danny Welbeck de ni bi. Emane de eno embe te say Dele Alli de ni mu bi. Jack Wilshere mu de ni bi. Omunya proper time. No mon fambo Brandt man develop, and I'm trust you. If this guy can develop well, I think United will have an exceptional defensive midfielder. but the development is where asem no ewo. Last one na me dey see. Emmanuel Shea Adebayo na akoka say Victor Osimhen ebetimi ababe the next Drogba. I say you leave the stage when the applause is high. I'll side with Adebayo mreni ntimi nkomo bebre. But I strongly believe say Abranche friend Victor Osimhen eni kwan say osanbo another season be Napoli. Ebrena waduru na here. Season we are move England. When you look at Chelsea ehia a proper number 9. When you look at Manchester United, Rasmus Bayern untimi mboni ye. So yes, they can decide to give him time. But watching the performance and pedigree of Victor Osimhen, he's better than Højlund. So oko Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus amaye nyine hu say a proper center forward enye na adwuma no. Ono ne de ne so obegina nipa na chi support no as a supporting striker. Inti Arsenal ejina wo say omo fans need search for a proper center forward. Inti sa wo check these three teams are Chelsea, United and Arsenal. E kwan ne da ho sa branch fan Victor Osimhen betimi abo ewura mu ho no aba ye adwuma no. And coming from a player like Emmanuel Adebayo, wabo EP oni ben ebi pen. The transfer to Manchester City amana successful. But all in all, or the eye to know whether a player will be successful or not. No? I strongly believe it's Victor Osimhen because if it's about movement, finishing, energy, and football IQ and intelligence, a branch friend Victor Osimhen will be, and he has everything to be successful in the English Premier League. Clementino, my man.
But I say, Sir Obed, maybe call Captain Siasia Hona, Yao Amo Adamako, Yadase for your correction, or say Palo di Rosi, Tama Wajano na or Juve. And Yadas Nyame Israel. Good. Captain.
Yes, sir.
Akwaba.
Over me Joso. Official Panso.
Film comment to you. So.
In Shia, new just 2024.
Yeah.
Me chairman no nyina say me no mu Shia nti na ye Shia na say me chairman.
No tia no chia
na yes not me ni.
So ya busu apanyi no tutu kwan yo.
Over the job na dia so sa na akoye. So nyame adom nso be my the strength no am yet me lead that way nti no the nyame asie ma tiefo nyina official Panso na in 2024 no our passports e be san get to that level na or more expecting no et no the nyame asie but then too bad say we start here now these two great footballers Mario Zagallo and the Kaiser or more the new world or the next world now yes the world might have lost these two great but now me like almost straight to what has happened to Ghana and so and great players be almost yes I'm talking to you now no yes Papako is gone, Joe Delbra is gone, Roberto Sean is gone, and these players, for example, Joe Delbra and Roberto Sean, I watched them in early 90s, and they dazzle the world, they dazzle Ghana football. So some of the finest footballers I hear these were players. I won't buy at the same time Roberto Sean and Joe Delbra. To me, I see Joe Delbra from 1990 till date. Me nyɛ sure say me hu Ghanaian player bi ne modern bomu no me de toto Joe Delbra me feel say he is the best to me I stand to be arguably he is the best but then he is also gone so yeah nyuma na eba me trimu ne say yamu so bi bo nyum bi say wiase ye ba no fefefe ba ye komo to yare ho nko ana oka awiye these are top players. Kaiser, I watched Kaiser as a coach in 1990 World Cup. I want to believe at that time now, me Zakito mu yankoda 1990 World Cup, Italian 1990, the finals of 1990, where they played against Argentina and Andres Bremen. Shared that penalty, but for the measure say, oh that game nibi. In that game now, Diego Armando Maradona is soon, you know, and as a young boy coming up, now my idol was Diego Armando Maradona because that time you thought. If I be chingom photo, so we to be there. We to gam na players no. Amando Maradona at that time, and Kaiser was the coach at that time. That final game na penalty. Almost shit Argentina, Germany the G, you know. And as a player,
fine player say na Zakito Ekano. Many believe say who number 5 be up to date or ball as good as Frank Beckenbauer as a liberal na or that ball playing type. Some players na the ball tom now. When it comes to the on the air so now are strong over there. So you can't say for their fan. So you can't say fair the way. Na me boa asase bia ina obi anko hoda but Jenny bi obi abeyebi ekobasi ana areho. So abusuafo ne adofo nyina na ye be hwe mo well. Na ya kase nyame enfo mo kra NCA. Now for say eneno I was looking at the Black Stars and the AFCON. So it's about 3 or 4 days away in La Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost be free out China Black Stars.
So Ghana Kone.
Yeah.
My information is Ghana Kone.
And
then Tuesday. Yes. Ghana Kone. After our game against Namibia. Draw blank. Obi and Shibi. My new opportunity time we give Nibi. But the commentaries are among for air running. I acquire the same old story. Say Black Stars no more a lot more bibia on between agina so e de akase cup of nation you free say your team no well poised for the title of me making me comment clear as far as this Black Stars are concerned and the coach no are concerned. Individual players we have individual players, yes, we've got a lot of individual players and Uko Europa they are playing very very well. Kudus may lead them. But then, those boys are Black Stars or Mua, Inaku Williams, name them. This boy Rest Up Brigade and that stuff, Bukari and that stuff. So all these players are playing well in their various clubs, but putting them together as a unit for your Black Stars now, and I still don't see that qualities now or more in Europe now. I want to believe say watch the Black Stars now that Chris Wooten. Me dey be say on mommy anything make me say yen Black Stars no airport for me to a level where you call competition na beat me chest I say we are going to conquer. But football as it is full of uncertainties here can. Zaki team might not be playing well but we be in a competition. In such competition because in the Cup of Nations and also in the competition it's not about playing beautiful football, it's about getting the right strategy and that win. So that's what we were expecting. But yeah, can't say boy and then that typical Ghanaian football now you say you who under Chris Wooten and when matches we are
typical Ghanaian football it is a difference.
Who said Ghana for you used to that possessive football that you could your boss short passes and flare kakra room. Saturday don't mean free. That's why I'm focus here Brazilians of African that fluid it Ghana for it you know bet me share the difference between Nigerians and they say yeah now who say every Nigerian technically only good but so pe born a bopa yana Ghana for no you won near maybe ya wow nibi. That is a gift body my. So today I make say for that gift you but how to nurture it no na a problem am I right na ko mo adoma che de no but say there was bit my no okuta no ye na what me didi hu ye no and na say lucky and you know me free say yes going to this Cup of Nations and one Cup of Nations a year kwa me sure say Ghana for be and it that's to say a Cup of Nations na Ghana air kwa yeah, the name is there. 4 times champions of Africa. That name, no Ghana, no at any point in time, but realistically, they've not given us some good football for us to boost. You see, an American Kudus is playing one of the best football of his career for West Ham today, and then the coach is saying, I think, and then a journey team, no, right? Do baby. Now to say West Ham omo mana ba nko wunya pa so make say no and come say no. Among other players also performing Jordan Ayus and Inaki Williams and that stuff. But playing as a unit and my self football no, we are still struggling to find out. many a big person because a coach, the style of play, or that coach that want to sit deep and take teams on a counter. But even the coaches on boss game nibi, you enjoy their play. So on the mechanic, yes, defensive coaching. That's a defensive play is also coach be a strategy, But then you sad a lot. You struggle to beat minus teams. Be now free said those days. Come boy Ghana, you can't say boy with it's like you training, and then we struggle to beat them. And yes, playing against Namibia, a ball draw Ghana and Timmy. A lot of people are talking about it. Is the same old story. They are almost mind under Chris Wooten all these years. But then that's not that. I don't interest say. Maybe a cup of nation. No, over to me. I count it out. Say we are not going to do anything. Then I can say in tournaments like this, we've seen countries that even qualification go man qualify. For example, 1992 Denmark team did not qualify for Europe, but obi a pull out. No, so yes, you bet to me one side tournament here can't want Yakobo no favorite no we hear free more completely enye. But that grade A favorite no me put Ghana there. Okay. So yantias here was I going to do competition on. Do I have found say sa excitement I follow in Black Stars air court tournament this year you don't see much of that. Say Black Stars air cup of nations that excitement anka Black Stars go anka omo campo Kumasi Ghana. You see the point? Was the many times ebi omo out ebi Dubai and na e ka ho say by this Black Stars e campo wa e diga always that euphoria no say anka ajiba bia o man mu most so cup of nation esnaba so Cote d'Ivoire our neighbors just a cow with moko akwa koduo but who that euphoria ni ye who that excitement no on the faces of Ghanaians. I say because of your performances lately, you free say say if you can do something. So I think a lot beholds on the coach Chris Wooten and the players. And they say with the Omuya for various clubs in their various leagues, at least they will have to replicate some here. Even if we're a defensive type of a coach, we need to see something, some a certain level of play. Oh sure, you have something to cheer about. And suddenly they win number. That's what is lacking. So me not surprised we drew against Namibia, and we're not quite a preparatory match to the tournament. Sometimes of any players you're cautious, so you don't expect to say Ghana Eco Cup of Nation players able to throw everything on board. You don't expect to say on the 50-50 balls they want to go all out because don't forget they could do something. Jana omo you're cautious because injuries. And knock can rule out. Okay. And inside games, me fan no and consider and I want to believe say the coach was also and the technical team no more how our team with me prepare or a competitive friendly match ahead of the Cup of Nations. No. So let's hope that we go there. You bet me prove a lot of Ghanaians wrong in a sense that in Black Stars need to play well and try to achieve something. But realistically, offer any Black Stars team make my boost my chest now, master my neck for a Cup of Nation. Make my say this is a Cup of Nation. You're born Cote d'Ivoire, a Cup of Nation that is coming to Ghana.
Bravo, that's it, Captain.
Interesting times ahead. Over before my back Black Stars interestingly when you say. So we call social media there. Meaning say million man on social media na hu bia. House of folk supporters try to remind soccer fans and I'm sure say by themselves say and
they see me no. Omoje virgin
exactly 19 years. Amba Kumasi. Ebe yes meaning say anwade o sense yeah. And say ohwa dominate especially she said some say friend X Twitter ne other platforms no so a omudi hu nkomo ho no pa any other places and go for.
Say na exactly 19 years.
Exactly 19 years.
Omba crew and free.
Omba Kumasi.
Kotoko nsem.
Na Kotoko has finals.
Yes.
Na say after no more introduce Confederations Cup no. Who's the first near ball CAF Winners' Cup. And na near me and san and on Meji me no no Confederations Cup no. So and na offer Captain Black Stars me ka the last time your boss Ghana grow football na ye nim say ye Ghana ye football DNA no ye fear say ye de coaches from the eastern part of the Europe no eba Serbia no ne sa we no
free ho
ye ball na, and I'm talking about the Black Stars. That's even as Sanya Besi club level. To say me abas de bia yetena haka say sa expressive football na. Utumi say players no ye ma omo kwan e ma omo kire ade na adoma chede na nyame dia ma omo that skill and talent na nyame dia ma omo a players da na di no. Ghana has run away from it long ago. Long ago. Ye most abo ni biem enti say obi a ohwe the Ghanaian squad of 1992 1994 enom no sa no ba no even 96 no even ye team anya ade kwa ye ko Burkina Faso the way issues kra no sa ye ball no na hu wo ye mu but edu ba bi na efia say ye de Serbia for ne other way no ba no ye ball direct football ye ball as a bit more resource oriented than the entertainment aspect of it, no. And we've lost it long ago. And Chris Hughton, of course, I agree with Captain. Say Chris Hughton doesn't seem to give us hope. Say we will be our follow or buy na ball our bony na a mubia ni hono more. Ye who Black Stars. Say ye can you know. Say ye who that entertainment no cry no at least. Who dominance? Who said or show a certain level of commitment? Who say bia your upper hand over your opponent? No. Who say bia you show BBB that you don't see in our games against friends saying opponent. Yeah, Chris by normal bono and games that obono the Obek he struggled to win. We know yet too convincing. Say. Uno be abo ball though bia 1-0 cry no a utimi say enipa na force or frustrated na ma want me ahye ne more utimi say wo ye de say wo ye bia nipa no frustrated no wan hye ne more ebi o 2-0 a utimi say on ebi o hono utimi say we de boys ne ball pa na nkofo no mani abro so yire omo pa na ma ne ko ba ne sa anaso ben say bia behu a stand out player bi na be you okwa na kwa goalkeeper yes the way there it was the goalkeeper against so ba wo de ba ye opponent na ene bo no enhye dan show bibia ehu bia brusu bia ba ye nso ye nkyere bibi say ye nsa dan nipa konso na say ye show bibi say and that eno there I agree with Captain and I think it's a bigger concern for me so now eno post match and say na make earlier on minim say voice no ho no mo I was shocked to hear him to say at the game no now ye lack quality for Christ's sake offer AFCON is about 4 days away for kickoff. 4 days away. So only quality at say bia in the absence of Kudus or the Becca home, I can say no can who be affecting the game plan there. But you see, and no can who be na man for say as I say Kudus back camp no. And no can who be because Kudus offer say enye if you no insist say omra West Ham were going to use him in the last match. Omoboye. And me, any explanation say Kudus and you fit enough to play me, I won't buy it.
Banchinya ejana betre. Oh, they won't buy it, but doctors ni fit.
Offer. Banchinya ejana betre ne ejano ni se ojina park no so bo. Ejano ni se ojina park no so bo na ye hu se ni sa ni na chi na o se ye ne ya no. Ye ne ya.
But for the weekend, raw now. Any advice I was my point to do me fenya park so. Na me boa na wo mum say offer to do me free.
Offer there be me who yes I am a patch but blasters on your medical team the medical team will know but medical team no omo magicians omo be hwe petatakam who say Kudus one kan no na chi no atona na senton no
anopa hwe release e buy ne de what kan onya bia kan
omo say release na eden
omo say release no mo admit against Arsenal wonya minor injury
how would this release ne buy
one again but modern paper me management of man can say
yeah for
yes I guess this release in the buy
you see enti yenye den enti omo fa ne nkwa na okwa omo bia na anada be no betima bo match
but omo ni nyinam no mo assure yes obeko bi
and da be no betima bo match
and you say your first match is Sunday
aye
e be depend
enti
no na no how to
enti enabinada enkodu kwasiada no na wa ye fit
ma dwene am sase do mo kan say mine no de yeah doctor since admit say
doctor sina omo be hwe no from eneko akopim kwasiada e bebobo no aden na oba 3-4 days ago no wa ama sa doctor sina hwe no
Zach
22 hours ago Mohamed Kudus set to join squad before team departs for Cote d'Ivoire where Ghana Football Association official website. Mohamed Kudus arrived in Accra and will join the squad before our departure for Abidjan on Wednesday, January 10, 2024. The midfielder is recovering from a minor injury he picked up while playing for West Ham against Arsenal in the Premier League on Thursday, December 28, 2023. The player is currently undergoing rehabilitation. The medical team of the Blasters is monitoring his progress and is happy to have him join the squad for 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire.
But when you release on the buy and Pan American.
Number 1. A crocodile the John omu mfuturo Ghana for any. This is an insult to the Ghanaian intelligence. As one more cano, omu ni bibia on be catch. I'm saying say offer and I say so edin komo. Western for catch omu say Kudus see na chi ye ya. And you see Kudus a China report or complain no. Omu ko US omu musa so
Western see Kudus say
na chi ye ya.
Omu ka to Kudus a chi ye ya omu kan sa na wo kan sa. O say wo me say because me see the other papa we catch am say o and dem tie me ya. Timi nkasa.
Eh bia. Baby abi so be timi say mfi no. Say na omu kan no. Ka uma me kwan na ka kan sa.
Okay, kai am here.
Say me ka say Kudus a chi ye ya. Say me so Kudus me hu no.
Na bi wa Western on kan say Kudus a chi ye ya no dey ba. Omo nka so say o say there the Kudus nko na aka omo examine
Kudus na be report to pay na kire wo
so mo ya we
Kudus aka cho say na tie ne ya omo so agi tum say na tie ne ya
good
ba o me say Kudus say otena Western for no person be use no say Ghana ma kwan ko be use no last match no
yeah ma quite fortunately wa ba eno mpani fa
no wa ba ye no team no wo Kumasi ye cheni wo ma ho da
no na ba ye ka release am say
and me say me ntum because medical team number assess no mo Kumasi so who is assessing me
but say maybe be wo anazo assessing answer
which hospital
assessing answer
which hospital Dr. Banya fortunately some of
us assessing am come for say release him out
me say we I don't believe it I don't accept it
okay
yeah nyame adawro ma your doctors for na fofo omo pa omo Dr. Crodin ye behunu omo hospital Crodin ye behunu if Kudu has visited there or a doctor has taken the care of him Kudu still the fear.
How possible? What is keke?
Oh, Jiwana Dr. Banya. And I say what's for the doctor didn't buy no or doctor never na. Because this so-called release in there, a hollow. Media mean tum. Maybe biggest worry and they say, see, Kudus fine player. Obeko nyame bo obeko akoye adwuma no. Blasters omupo and me I disagree with captain. Omupo they must win the AFCON. Blasters po
timi ya muni gidi omu na
me dem ogidi omu
bafo
me dem ogidi omu for the first time 4 days to go and Zach ni Obed sambabu amia 4 days to go for Ghana to kick our first match our first ball Cote d'Ivoire. The Minister of Sports, the Ghana Football Association has not told Ghanaians how much is our budget for the AFCON. Do you know the ordinary taxpayers' money? Miniana was soon sure na madum na. Abaye for one abaye. abaye wonu abaye ofa wonu abaye
ya
abaye fo etesi wo mo ni agye lampo ya gye lampo ni ade lampo no asesa sika aso Ghana fo ma binom amuti ba bi bobol so mo ko jan Ghana na mu ba bi nko bokosi akan 4 days to the tournament we don't know how much that Ghana is spending away AFCON ho and yet we ye nyina no ya di obian musa obian kahwe and yet we have a minister of sports. We have a minister who is in charge of sports. He's not telling us anything. He's not telling Ghanaians anything. Say Ghana AFCON na ye kono sika se ne yekodie. We need to know media mi bisa how much are we spending on the blasters e wo Cote d'Ivoire.
I don't know me enko ye ba na ebu akota.
Debi wofa. He ewiase obia Bible class say Bible say obi no si dan a unprepared ansa no si dan no. We ye budget o planning how much you want to spend. So obi nimu a e bia me de minim me mente ye minkai. But so obi nim how much Ghana say ye cost spending wo AFCON na. Omo kan che wo be kai alpha. Ye planning for World Cup. Omo kan che so omo hia $25 million meboa. Ye no so omo ye fundraising na. Omo kokoko. Omo free corporate bodies we kwa no ko donate we kwa. Omo so omo hia $25 million meboa. No omo so omo de be ko Cameroon. No omo de aka na ko. Kata. Omo be ka kire yen. Ye nyina dia no tum wo ha. Aha, efia hampo. I was a proponent for it. And I make him say, "Be here, yambo woman intimi resistance cano." But now I can say Cote d'Ivoire idea. Mimiti hey, I don't know how much. Maybe some of us knows. Never come yet. Never jaika.
No, I think before quickly. The difference between Cup of Nations and World Cup. No, so say World Cup and FIFA. Ekita for us. So kwa in various stage abe to be on the wunya. E dey na aban na tire sade no. But Cup of Nations the last 3-4 Cup of Nations ayakono. Yakoba no ma be budget achire yo. Obeka the last the honorable Siama Koyi Egypt.
Metwase de but ye nim ne kwa be nyina so wo de ko de ba wo de ko de so wo tu hu na.
Omo nkan kire yen. Yakoba no ma be ya amo be account achire yen. Odopa go back and check. But World Cup they are turn him because you say at least do group stage there's about $10 million be something $1 million be a ubenya. Right? And this World Cup na ye be kono. It was something the president FA and say no mission. And he say corporate Ghana offer that $25 million. The corporate Ghana MWA almost at no kwa amfa no. So be kaya. E dey na World Cup because you name the money at stake of various stage you know. Ya na aban no eta ma yehu. But Cup of Nations here. Chakwe honorable Siama Koba ya ko Egypt and coach Kwasi Apia. Ebe obeye oyewie ho na parliament kwa no ye na ye ka se ska o kan dey e phone o ma bi no. Obeye minister bi mu up to date. You know, I think that has been the scenario. Cup of Nations omo kan kire.
Enti say young could discount you and be ka say you could say and is that what you are saying?
I am telling you.
O ka dey AC.
Me say me penny sa omo kan kire. Me say me penny sa. Me say me penny so. Ah, me come as obeji me say me penny so. Wo penny sa. Wo fa nkwa e fa ho be. Ah, me say me penny so. Wo na penny so. Wo fa nkwa e fa ho be. Me say me penny so. Me say omo kan kire. Ah, me dey say me Ghana ni mo ho kwase me bisa. Ana me say how me Ghana ni na fi mi say.
Me you from say wada roma. Na woni bire na me che say.
Me ya bire say. Me so sports say. Ghana si kai ko do afọ no ka try. E fine. Me say me pese me hu. Me Ghana ni me say me pese me hu. Ana me ni kwase me bisa na asase. Ah, what say 20 years ago yan kan try na dey yan kan try. And dey me see yan kan try. 40 years ago yan kan try me see na dey yan kan try. Don't we know say for kwa ubenya $1 million? Don't we know?
Increase
So
increment.
you say no say for kwa ubenya $1 million. No go $50 million that's not ka try no. What are you talking about? Huh?
Manu amra bi e wa. Danger na ba do. Danger na ba. Manu amra bi na.
Omo kan minister of sports. I make kan try. Normally, you kwa AFCON. FM penifo no. Omo kan try say omo ambition. So Ghana where dey target in AFCON no. You kwa pese you kwaje. The FA has been quiet. We don't even know what we are going to do after.
No monsieur na me nko ya omra.
That's how now so one go $50 million.
O me mami. Semester Bodia sorry say for once the Ben Blaster dey need dey be ma Ghana for kakra minim sentia o kana sa dey. Ko visa gito. Ba na me nko nya obedo.
Yeah. Let's look at
Ya she new year see. catch a danger man.
Pressure.
Odisi abi me twa o. That's what I'm saying. But now, hot morning. Odisi abi me twa.
Zagido, mo mari o mo free.
Yeah.
Mo unye we chiro de ento aso.
Yeah, me cause more clubs be feel abi was yeah.
Very necessary.
Yeah.
Clubs in so.
More two or Asante Kotoko. More two. Oh, Asante Kotoko. Yeah. Enti e be hwim.
Okay.
But Enra, na mo stadium. Honestly, a stadium na shana me catch na me tom say and is this the reason why Chris Hilton say match na omo bi anyi? Because I wanted to see something different from what Oyerepa. Because
kakra bia me yakui.
Because ade a omo anyi die na me expect say Enra no na ka me hu different tactics bi and Odisia on pese ya opponent ne be hu. But I'm not born a Christian boy, no. The same system, and Waba Egypt for him, that so double pivot, I know Bono. And rest I know born, no buy what's Waba Egypt for him. Say second half beer, no bar, no I want to this game last and rest I know we and Ra. They know it. It's another piece of beer. I say, or preparation, no. They've done something different from what he has been doing. On Egypt for any other opponents for Nibehu. But it was the same blasters and the Chris Hilton. And who. But you see, it's not like good material. So because based on African standard, now check on my end, you see Egypt for young for soon you need it go boy. You only mention Mohamed Salah. And you ask now on Bobby. But look at the blasters players. No, sir, you see. Yes, yes, the Egyptian league, but you see, when you have a blaster players playing in top leagues, no squad, your boys on they are playing in top leagues in the world, and most of them are performing at the highest level. And so, your coach, you should be able to get the best out of these materials. Now, you see, Chris Hilton, I mean, the last time I was Brighton, I feel watch so after Brighton, one shut down coach Biana or the Babla Blasters, Tino, football, all good coaches in Ano, build up in 4-2-4. I coach someone most of them build up in 4-2-4. 4-2-4 because the two midfielders mostly they comes down, takes the ball, a progressive ball now. Chris Hilton double pivot me. The problem with Chris Hilton's double pivot and say both players me and Elisha or Jibona or Timothy space for the name or say maybe somebody come chance and come in or 10 first that could space then him but because on one day he has programmed himself and media Mejibo be some come so the chance Baba Idrisu obey many na by the final pass biano na a problem eti you could clearly see say our move forward many coaches na sometimes yeah idea ehunu because you Christian your best period be about air time or day Ashmero by game it's at any point in time Ashmero so a fitter and you must say also started alongside any other defensive midfielder but as well day on about 2 DMs na Ghana for Esusa and sign they come back and do the right thing. And again, Iraq Williams, Eba Blasters, the best game of my Ghana game now she go no. Eba Bera Sports Stadium. So how much no? Oba Kaidi.
Ende one no. That go no bye.
Me say Otifo be Kaidi see ya. That was the only time Blasters used as a winger. Football. Boy no. Ya kaka uko ni club a. Onu ni nyaketo no. Onu wo right, na ni nyaketo no wo left. Ombe tete o sa omu tumri kasa. He is not good playing with his back at post. onya de ne say he's a winger or the ball the balls are 1-on-1 or do be call or do be call by Chris Wooten there any technical team no as dinti still no they go and play him as a number 9. If I think that there is something wrong with this team because the materials are there, but how to use them and get the best out of those players has always been our problem. Tino Namibia for no omo they able to pass bull from the back pa after that omo na home team say we say na Ghana say white one careful about say Ghana say white born na me for no born na ese Ghana ball na me for born no born na no say Ghana ha ese mo ball no apia mo ball no ne muntare mo ball no e ti say o baba yara na onnim we onnim teams ni na o ka say eh na me for no ebo 1-2 obo nsem say hey because you think say Ghana for na Namibia for they were passing very well. By the end, the pass na a problem because our midfielders were struggling. Eti me de Christian per se AFCON your co. Ne ko ni ya. You should just do the basic things. So when you just me very simple. You have the materials. You understand? Use them. Obiambo de so bo. For
once of very touches kakana.
Yes, do the right thing. Obiambo be de so bo nra. I'm say boy na find around for the boy no. Boy no hamburger no. I'm say so this boy. Sao no boy say na coach ni eba o mo no boy ni bi no. Sao boy no. Wow.
No ya there.
No, you see ukuna yes ahonde ne there, say African game no. But say you could the tactics no. Oje ball na the take ons, on twe, on down on pass it. You could clearly see say this boy who say Bobby so about Germany 21. So at least again or anya bia ya wonu so wonu das we ya wonu Germany no wet me abo Germany na 21 e chese boni adwen no so he is very smart kakra anya ho na wonu kwan dey say smart so obobo na you could see say wait this boy is very smart me makama monti say din eti his movement no on the ball no on turning on passing on training take ons everything was excellent and by boy by omani bobo ni bi me was abo ni mobo it I think say some abilities be why ese but again mama video bi
obese menche tisi fi na o chance afel
be go fi na samato obenga samelo no obi go fi samato what we go bon pass we kokochi pause na me bon again pause manwa tino where Joseph Pence captain mpacho mo adwembra captain mo adwembra ni where Joseph Pence
na jebo no mfimfron
pause na born again this is Joseph Pence Inaki Williams as a good and intelligent in with me placing who on side so the with me beneficial placing who on side at this stage all he needed was a very good pass Tino a player playing in the top league Belgium league football gang what kind of boy Saka net may force no one playing on side she pass wey all Inaki Williams needed was a very good ball in front of him she pense with me ahwenyanku penu abobo ato ahwene wey et Ghana AFCON ni abre 90th minute na abre o edu strategy boy ye ho kire na a very good pass from Joseph Pence se fama akwa wey no ko bobo le sha obobo ato ahwene
suppose say shout to am so bi ye ne nsa say
yes on blofu boy ni abre pe go Tino na yetime break bola be di nchen just one good pass Joseph Pence here obobo ato ahwene wey we
pension no na me ko ba
I think say team ni there ye de be e be hwe omo sa omo ba de be si bia no omo first game de be si bia na
Fatu asmami omo say Fatu asmami na wi anama ko wi o say ho
okay Tio first
David no aba
last week and Kotoko technical team no led by Ogum ekachire team manager Ohebrenya say omonkanche Justice Blay so onkanche Justice Blay say
on communicate man so na TM
yes TM
fan so
say administrative manager Dasobere Ebeshia no unim say Blay contract ends on the 19th of this month. 19th this month, Blay contract Akotoko end. Yes. And the take out immediate. I say they need Blay to continue. And the Oma communicative be the ama ima say on share Blay na omundim komo. Omundim komo yes. Now the meeting ni and menu ya no reports they say Kotoko are likely to give the boy only 6 months. Say make at me no. Say come on now, say they are likely to give the boy only 6 months. No bonus season here then. And na 6 months no. Come on, but say boy no ima e share boy no 6 months no the team no will not accept 6 months contract.
The whole team no.
Yes. The team, Blaze and his management will not accept anything 6 months a young season and they need something beyond the 6 months.
2 years be a year a season contract 2 years.
1.5 or more.
Yeah.
Anything less than 1.5 or 1.5 or more.
Na
anything less than 2 years or more they will move on.
So
that's no.
Yeah.
Anything less than 2 years.
Anything less than 2 years.
Mama Blay a fan baby.
No, this is the Asat and Ra. Uncomoncha say anything of 1.5 they will accept for Blay.
Now based on the we free ban technical for no and they can say we administration one moment na e plan this ah.
No, un say after technical no. Kotoko no I am more of a because technical ba ko I am member o. And it makes the Kotoko structure no some way kakra. Because now technical no the head no IMC member or no and our communicate say boy no should continue and he will meet Emmanuel Dasobere will communicate Kotoko's position and I want to meet say position no say to give the boy 6 months contract and no na boy na camp so at say some meeting na between
and I'm Kwasoba.
Yes. Between Ima and Blay, no, they are going to give him 6 months contract extension. Send them about bonus season there, and which they are not ready to accept. Anything less than 1.5 biano, Blay's team will not accept. Now, who is a Blay? I can ask me. Now he's fully fit. Now, who Blay? The medic scenario now, Blay is fully fit. And now, me on a prince. Prince Kobana say
Adesa.
Prince Osukobana. Akwanu mriko tupa me say on Blay. Bono Blay pa on Blay ni kwa ko wie tatla ono mo. Am say akwa wo effect papa. Eti we Blay dey Blay effect. Eti nkomo ya koso no. Na onu say has a contact the management of Blay. We are current to come catch just some 1 week. Just some days, they've contacted the management of Blay. Say, Uncle Boy, come here, papa, board member, and a place you call. He plays that call to the camp of Blay. But looks like boy, idea. So no be any no on your Kotoko. He's very happy. He wants to stay at Kotoko. But the only thing is that 6 months contract, they are not going to accept that contract. Now, last week now, story about Emmanuel Koti.
Yeah, it's what remind.
No? Yes.
Right back. Yeah, sorry.
Unza kutoka choma so atramain. Ena so atramain efa krata no so reply kutoka say oh. Boy na dey. Yes, samu hia na motimi mi demand dia kwanda ho. Ebetimi e da mamo. Enti Let us Shatterman Choy, Tino. Shatterman last ana mo bebi ana mo gina kra kan up and na na 120,000 Ghana cedi.
It is 1.2
billion. That was almost last gina ya kan back and forth and now latest and say Kotoko at your back to Nsuatermai. Kotoko at your back to Nsuatermai. Kotoko say they can pay 100,000 Ghana cedi. To Emmanuel Kote.
Now since the Mosi said to players bond dear Bimbo and then Ganyan who's our mom dear.
And he almost 100,000. And he now issue me say Nsuatermai Echo Division 1 player who are no more pen a baby. I'm going to 80,000 Ghana cedi. Last Division 1 player. It's almost 8. The Division 1 more 80,000. Now me told me best right back at the Amakotokwa. I'll do 100,000. But as at yesterday, the management and the owner, which is Honorable Bafewa.
Yeah, Ignatius.
Ignatius was not in agreement of say young tomboy, you know. So no in agreement say young tomboy, you know. But the technical team management said to be a conversation and say they have to let the boy go.
Or some also interview and say and if no appear for
yes, they have to let the boy go. And to command the DSC Nsuatermai have accepted. And as I yesterday in the evening, it looks like Commander Midu and 100,000 Nsuatermai are going to accept the 100,000 from Asante Kotoko. And before the transfer window will end, you know, Kote 100,000 Ghana cedi, you know, Nsuatermai will accept for Kote to be a Kotoko player.
Okay.
And we latest I free Nsuatermai and so about Kotoko asset and Renyumbre. And Tino,
I'm going to say over the weather. If you're not says why I shot you, the inside come say monodon na shot you.
Obey Safi.
Yeah. Brandy. I'll go continue. Okay, Matthias here. Na me ba cho bonye adom pa ebi ede enyema abidru efiaha enyema e contain bayre and have a bag of rice and a mackerel bi eka ho and fie nyema bi ya na eka ho a eno ne asem no omuni omachi o ai nipa no momayira pa pa nde wanyira wode nyema na beka yensa ewa ha na ochirimu na chese nura awia prem to bre na wo fa no from boss femani mo wono mo a na chese wode nani echem bebi amoko na emum wono hwehwehwe wa na afi hu bebi a wafa nton de wanya akrabo ne wode nyema no mum abija nti se motie nka momfre 0551 794 837 0551 794 831 enra wonu bi besun fie se kodidwa waira ne bayre ne mo ne makra bia ipacho bo mode na fa number e ma ne se onfre na okohwe na ne dia wono so ensa akanti 0551 794 837 okoba meye Big Ben tablet wasam afi na ba na afi maka de Ghana Post and so de mine say
well Clementino the in there say yeah the transfer kakra so we
sure
blasters
many beje pa
Prince Kwabena de no after say story in Babontin one other transfer man for beside Emmanuel Avenue on say be confirm was a
striker no
yes
okay
on say confirm was say Kotoko the letter ako Bichim for Emmanuel Avenue and if we my update be my can say according to Bichim United they almost say 300,000 Ghana cedis. They be can 17.
How many na dey entities can 3 billion okay.
Yes. The next year
aya na me omusu ye ni nyina.
And next year say go back to Bichim. Na sources within Bichim are confirm say the move to Kotoko almost 90% off.
In Nigeria, a bono na man call Fiana.
Almost 90% off because acha by 1 week time Emmanuel Avenue ebe free Ghana ako Romania.
Almost 90%.
Off.
Almost off na.
Send here me use
Takakana kane.
Me use their source.
Yeah.
Also almost 90% off.
Emmanuel Avenue.
Yes, Eco Romania. Together with Clinton Diodu. Omo mienu nyina anti ama chese omo quick cry nti no omo the letter be break Kotoko say omo so omo bo omo play an ho but omo da se nya ade a abrante no betimi e de na bre Kotoko.
By the one the one so they be am the one to na so on call that akra no Clementino.
Yes, but they say Romania. That is update aba ye de MT4. Na Sheffield de no so de on say na Zakito Bobo so enra o share some members of the IMC and verbally Krata so de pen Nyansi so but verbally there is that agreement that say he is willing to play for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And that is up to a year Kotoko company for no I think say medicals here almost in the pipeline and Sheffield so no nese so verbally the nese o ma wie kasemu no so aba be dru Ghana wa champagne for on your makasa including coach Ogum it looks like impending for satisfied with the demands and also the negotiations in no the free
you know what ya na entourage na entiase se ne bo no na ya na ne demands na ya on tete so kakra ya na
so demand the bo na e ka wa chiro there be the candidate could do Emmanuel that's very hard for him to continue the administrative aspect with Abdul Fattah Safiu in no so ye the free oba ye the Mount Prince Kwamna de ne de bia da foforo na ya ba
Fattah Safiu de ama Kotoko ni abre a na ese bo no ko techiman ra yes okay so buy no so techiman bo se ko but let's Kotoko stop because last minute mediama bawram last minute ama Muspaka mpodie on mediama die no it come to an nka se Kotoko de no kra but look at the boy based on history with Kotoko and then the obey Kotoko and the Kotoko man into he thinks at least so or tetinya ma bi so no oje Kotoko de ntu by case kasam de asana wu kan die any offer na de mediama for the boy no bigger than what Kotoko are going to give him but the boy looks like say as a Kotoko na say mediama no yes and no what they are saying that so mun wie nne so and then so mu wie before Safu will leave to Techima and go and continue his holidays. Kotoko will resume on the 22nd of this month. And they say omu be no ko Techima no ko gina home ansana wa return back.
Sylvester body say omo mboko so ya mo hwe no so mra. Why the na e bi beko.
Na na from Kumasi to Accra straight.
Me ko lia o be. O me ba me na o me ko ai.
Stars Namibia na washe Central African Republic Comoros na washe oman friend Madagascar so he sa 4 countries here Namibia, Comoros, Madagascar, Central African Republic in recent times Ghana and Yomaba Ghanaians are not building an assumption based on one game at Ghana and Namibia boy a series of matches coach a friend Chris Hutton and Mranten abo and I'm Ghana for GD with team akofo. And I'll repeat it here. Believing in this Blasters team is like believing say as a young boy ubetimi the bet na Danny Belonie. Possible. But uyi Mrantie do abako pen ani de betimi ayi. And that is the state of the Blasters. Chances of this Blasters based on performance ya he almost put up. One bet me uramu our Afcon akwa General Clementino. Let's be honest with ourselves. Our form, because when you watch the team and you play against Central African Republic, you play against Comoros, you play against Namibia, and you play against Madagascar. Now collective goals I was say 3 against these teams. I maybe a chem Ghana is your moi. Yedi can't tete omo de omo pre and sani akwako sia Nigeria
Cameroon be minimum nya no maybe a chem so omo so ko manimu
and yes we are den
but say na e be da mo smoke dey
obi ba no wa ye den e race ni ekọ everybody is developing enti e den no o wachi a maybe a chem wo chene man 4 or 5 no and no aba be catch up with you no ba otimi nya the confidence to dominate you. Comoros dominating and saying. And now Namibia played with all kind of comfort. Our Babayara Sports Stadium. Central African Republic, Ghana, we are counting on hope, last minute hope, to cause any changes. Madagascar, Ghana, I am sincere entirely under coach Fenny Chris Hutton. Let's just be fair with ourselves. This Blasters, how they've treated Kudus Mohammed issue, no, should tell you, say, if it's about leadership and authority, omuni be. Because no serious coach, and the best so they could do so here, no so. No serious coach who entertain Adia Kudusu, you know. Yes, special players deserve special treatment. But let's be honest with ourselves. Kudusu do the leveler. Yebeka so ye extraordinary special player. Yebema the treatment who be our blasters. Eba be affected team bonding.
Production team na asegnam so Alande Kumasinti mummy.
Afe no abedu Kumasi. Team na born the last preparation game no. Afe no abedu Kumasi. And we are encouraging this. The day you ma ba betra Ghana ha. Daniel Amatemu Jordan you ma ba betra Ghana ha. Afe na Kudus abedu. Kudus is not a Messi. Onya Ronaldo. Kudus, he is now coming up. And if you want to maintain discipline with team ahead of a major tournament, so that alone should make a mamijidi team know, because any proper coach ever my ultimatum is either you arrive at this time or you are out of my team. Katebone back, it means same quine. Now when it comes to tactics, there's no tactical improvement in Kwame Krisuti first year when he's playing for the Blasters. Send your buy na ye bar tinkon ayem shishie lack ba na cross be panyai and one ya boss out to this date. Be Beyonce sign. Shenyamia na catch me say with the exception of Liberia show me 3-1. Sa friendly match Yakobo Accra Sports Stadium hono. Match be pana Blasters are dominating, are creating extra chances. There should be problem solution. Your goalkeeping department dear tiane after World Cup I hunu so no the jina if you date it back to Tama Milo e dey call Afcon ye kohwie no the jina mu an jina mu then the proper defensive partnership ye ni bi ye two near 3 I am see street no so na bisa Ghana ni say Ghana right back and left back ben abetimi lu gidi asem say in a game obetimi create 2 chances for the forward ye ni bi ye midfield partnership I am up to date. Say yembo double pivot, see yembo bako, yembo creative, and when you go to attack, you're full of inconsistency. This is not a tournament that Ghana is close to favorite. Inti enimguasi yemiensa de besi. Ida say ya yeni jidi yeni enimbeguasi. And also mbekwa akobone trokani yeni enimbeguasi. By the end of the day, there will be enimguasi. So if you are Ghanaian, I'll repeat it. Yemfa a friendly game semnen tonchen because enke matches ahead to this tournament. Ye share 4, ye share 5 and kienka say friendly. Senke chi Comoros ni ko share no ho 3. Ni chi Madagascar ni abon 4. Ye chi Central African Republic ni abon 5 Ni chi Madagascar ni mo be 6 enke obian ho anko be ka che say friendly game. Ye tete abeti na ne cha no.
That's it, sir. Kapi me ba so na we no Ghana Post ade omo no. Omo ensesa ye no anom gusu sese de omo di kan aka cho se nei unua no wa mano ne a na ne giso benya dry fish awie kotodwe ene enwa bush meat no omo package ne kama no omo di akoma ne be bia wo bia o wiase nya no nko ya mamra ne amane edi kentei ni batakari kaftan kaba ene sreti ye de ya na efe enua no da so pe eno nso ombo modem package ne kama na no so omo de ko ba bi onwo peso omo fanko bia no kai se omo de eko omo so ya affordable and reliable na omo ko nkrobeti se UK South na US Australia South America Asia across Africa ni nyina no omo ye edeka ho nti no woni Ghana Post enhwemom 0542 270004 0542 270004 na je se de tie ho ne kwakra mo no bon hwe ma record ma yenko na o se Big Ben tablet muntie ne pa na ade hu ne se bonya birim ko fo twetwe nam na wiwi nam na gu so enu nti mu betuatua enti no emu betuatua kra no na America wo se wuhia Big Ben tablet bomodin wuro ni padua ni mu a na afei ama moja ni flows nti anansi achemensa bia no eni honomo mi pa cho ya mo bi nkan kyerɛw sɛ wo mfie ne 50-60 dia wono abada just half pa wa wi da bi enka bi da ko he wonu bia wonya 50-60 years dwuma wo bɔ wo mpam no wo hia Big Ben tablet a wo bɛ wo so na oba no bɛ wonsa ampa bɛ ma wo bɛ mamu nye no nko bɛ ma no fon na efon wono no Big Ben tablet a e ma bɛ ma no emu duro no ebenanim sanso na wo de oba no bedu ni peak obi no oba na hia nanso oba no sabe ebezi sabre nyaade a sabe ne ho kratima sane ne da awre ho mpam ye papa enu nti wote big brain tablet a twedi no to na kopa bi baabi eto oduro bia no ure pharmaceutical shop a wo so pe big brain tablet no enene obia de ne ho atu agu so eye 0551 551 444 0551 551 444 na chese wanya big ben tablet TB full and dashboard ajatum unya 18 years a mpacho ya memventure captain
and you know house of folk so a business house of folk at the 5 players at least 5 players we place on transfer
okay
also has be resume on Monday resume names no will come out because what they want to do is say person media and be ahead of them but 5 players and my info no say my investigation tells me say one player likely I will be placed on transfer you know goalkeeper Alawa
of Eric Oferentry
definitely because they feel say the minute our ball since our journey has to folk no Abu say it's not helping the team and a very good goalkeeper but injuries were prior Abu say tracing record back from Mediema about to Legon City right and about Accra when you're consistent with injuries rather than say Obono so they feel like say or not the on people anything I must sign a new goalkeeper no of the new ones are almost you know Sharif Mohammed Sharif Shaibu as Shaibu no or more assign or no and they are talking to some players in the Premier League I hope you say on between the augment almost squad no but all players in there at least 5 at least Oman Kokrano 5 and me tell him say Alawa every one of those players are or more continue that's the whole reason but then Kotoko no say if Sasanti Kotoko is able to sign that number 2 from Swatremina I'm afraid one here say 2 year Mokan I Kotoko me for the Mokan what's in that is Blay and go for no ejina so sinchina after 6 no 6 mo mpena ha kotoko be jam na ko because so say there's almost born as a right went back and they think is a right center back right center and they think is so munya the right number 2 a on the court no he's a number 2 a or that player or attacking
when be so many be to aso but say they can be
no that's why they want to offer that say we don't go feel say boy no the fitness Blay the fitness
na me
free say one and yet that don't make my rely so much it may be me free say the 2 management with Matnasi no my be 6 months with the option to extend another 1 year but the quiet chinchina 6 months why extend the option to extend so we are
season we they can we come on
Justice Blaze camp me for exactly because me for what I know no more 2 years but the big camp he say season no we are second round man at most about 6 months if I'm right
something na one person do
we number somebody we
enti my 1.5 years it me say one more pay an extra year
so that's why I go for that right you know that number 2 no
enti say
if they get him
one can chance some pay no
and just some pay no
his team will plan and know what to do because they won't accept the 6 months
2 tips no
so why is Waterma really allowing Kote to leave Ochina football reason football
okay
and I'm more feel like house focus on Ochina Filler and you could somebody players
okay player okay
filler Ochina me break am
but I say Obed Kofiza Kito
Elvis so a Twitter page
Elvis
I mun check Elvis
ye be ni nyina but I say Captain Siasia Kofiza Kito say Obed and afi Harry Balfour nti we no happy birthday enko emfama Ophelia Ejei yes Ophelia Ejei ewo Kejetia Dubai Bendalo ese yemwehye Ophelia Ejei Kejetia Dubai special birthday yam sorry na news team no take over nyame adom a ehna yebesa betena konwan mu na today sports no aba Joe and Tubo Siakon message ne ba